This video pays tribute to legendary wrestlers who have left us, honoring their remarkable contributions and the lasting legacy they've created in wrestling. These icons inspired millions with their dedication and talent. We also share emotional updates about Mick Foley, whose recent news has touched fans deeply. Celebrate their incredible lives and unforgettable impact with us. Don't forget to subscribe to keep their stories alive and ensure their legacies continue to inspire generations to come. La Parka, born José Alberto Muñoz on November 14, 1966, was a celebrated Mexican luchador enmascarado, masked professional wrestler, whose charisma and iconic skeletal mask made him a legendary figure in the world of lucha libre. His rise to prominence came during his time with WWE, Asistencia, Asesoría y Administración, where he cemented his status as one of the most recognizable faces in professional wrestling, later continuing his legacy with CMLL, Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre. Debuting in the late 1980s, La Parka quickly became a fan favorite thanks to his electrifying blend of high-flying aerial maneuvers and comedic showmanship. His signature dance moves and playful interactions with the audience endeared him to fans of all ages, while his persona as the Luchador de la Muerte, Wrestler of Death, complete with a skeleton-themed costume, added an air of mystery and theatricality to his performances. Over the years, La Parka amassed an impressive list of accolades, including the 8AA World Tag Team Championship and the AAA Latin American Championship. His career was also defined by unforgettable rivalries and storylines that showcased his versatility, whether as a crowd-pleasing hero or a cunning adversary. Beyond the ring, La Parka's impact extended into popular culture, with appearances in television and other media further solidifying his status as a cultural icon. Tragically, La Parka passed away at the age of 54 due to injuries sustained during a match, a loss deeply felt within the wrestling community and beyond. Yet his legacy endures as a symbol of the joy and excitement that lucha libre brings to its fans. La Parka's memory lives on, inspiring future generations of wrestlers to embrace creativity, passion, and a connection with the audience. Louis Spicoli, born on December 10, 1971, in Los Angeles, California, was a charismatic and skilled professional wrestler who left an indelible mark on the industry despite his tragically brief career. He began his journey into wrestling in the early 1990s, building a reputation in independent promotions with his dynamic in-ring performances and engaging personality. His talents soon earned him a spot on the national stage, competing in both the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, and World Championship Wrestling, WCW. Known for his versatility, Spicoli's wrestling style combined high-energy maneuvers with a strong understanding of character work, making him effective as both a fan-favorite babyface and a reviled heel. In the WWF, he wrestled under his real name, Louis Spicoli, gaining recognition with notable appearances, including his association with the Radicals faction alongside future wrestling legends such as Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit. Later, in WCW, Spicoli adopted the persona of the new heavy metal, competing in prominent matches that further showcased his potential to become a top-tier star. However, his rise in professional wrestling was marred by personal struggles, particularly with substance abuse, which cast a shadow over his career and personal life. Tragically, Spicoli's life was cut short when he passed away at just 26 years old due to an accidental overdose. His untimely death sent shockwaves through the wrestling community and underscored the challenges faced by performers in the industry. Despite his struggles, Spicoli is remembered for his talent, charisma, and the bonds he formed with fellow wrestlers. His legacy endures, serving as both a celebration of his contributions to the sport and a somber reminder of the pressures faced by those in the wrestling world. Brett Sawyer, born on August 10, 1960, was a celebrated American professional wrestler whose career left a lasting impression on the wrestling world. Known for his charismatic personality, athletic prowess, and connection with fans, Sawyer made his mark as a skilled performer during a career that spanned several decades. Sawyer's wrestling journey began in the early 1980s, where he quickly gained recognition for his dynamic in-ring abilities and crowd-pleasing high-flying maneuvers. His passion for wrestling and ability to captivate audiences earned him a dedicated fan base. Competing in prominent promotions like the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, and World Championship Wrestling, WCW, Sawyer became a key figure in the Southern wrestling circuit. His matches showcased not only his athleticism, but also his ability to tell compelling stories in the ring. A highlight of Sawyer's career was his partnership with his brother, Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. Together, the duo formed a formidable tag team that thrilled fans with their chemistry and intense performances. Their tag team success led to several championship pursuits, cementing their status as a force in professional wrestling. Off the mat, Sawyer was admired for his work ethic, dedication to his craft, and warm demeanor, which endeared him to his peers and fans alike. His contributions extended beyond the ring as he inspired aspiring wrestlers with his resilience and love for the sport. Brett Sawyer passed away at the age of 63, leaving behind a legacy of memorable matches and a lasting impact on the wrestling community. His dedication to wrestling and his connection with fans ensure that his contributions will be cherished and remembered for generations to come. Mark Forrest, an esteemed American actor and bodybuilder, was born on January 6, 1933, in Brooklyn, New York. His remarkable journey began in the world of bodybuilding, where his impressive physique and unwavering dedication to fitness quickly set him apart. As a young man, Forrest excelled in the art of sculpting his body, earning acclaim in an era when bodybuilding was gaining popularity as both a sport and a lifestyle. In the 1950s, Forrest transitioned from bodybuilding to the silver screen, finding success in Hollywood and later in Europe. He became a prominent figure in the peplum genre, a film style characterized by epic tales of ancient heroes, gods, and mythical adventures. His muscular frame and commanding on-screen presence made him a natural fit for these roles, and he brought characters such as Hercules and Maciste to life with charisma and strength. Forrest's performances in films like Goliath and the Dragon and Hercules Against the Sons of the Sun earned him recognition as one of the iconic strongmen of cinema's golden age. Beyond his acting career, Forrest maintained his passion for fitness and health, inspiring countless individuals to pursue their own goals in bodybuilding and performance. He became a symbol of physical discipline and an advocate for the importance of maintaining a healthy lifestyle, leaving a lasting impression on both aspiring athletes and fans. On January 7, 2022, just one day after celebrating his 89th birthday, Forrest passed away in Arleta, Los Angeles. His legacy endures as a testament to his talent, determination, and influence in the realms of fitness and entertainment, remembered fondly by fans and colleagues alike for his indomitable spirit and inspiring journey. Harold Fitzgerald Hogue, widely known in the wrestling world by his ring names Ice Train and M.I. Smooth, tragically passed away at the age of 58. Born on November 13, 1965, Hogue's life was defined by his remarkable contributions to the world of professional wrestling, particularly during his time with World Championship Wrestling, WCW, in the early 1990s, a period that cemented his place in wrestling history. Hogue made his WCW debut on July 7, 1993, under the moniker Ice Train, swiftly earning recognition with a decisive victory in a handicap match on Worldwide. His first major pay-per-view appearance came at the inaugural Fall Brawl event, where he captured the spotlight by defeating Shanghai Pierce. Soon after, Ice Train formed a formidable alliance with notable wrestlers, the Shockmaster and Charlie Norris. The trio achieved significant victories, including a memorable win against Harlem Heat and the Equalizer at Halloween Havoc, one of WCW's most iconic events. Despite his early success, Hogue's career faced a turning point when his undefeated streak was broken by Ron Simmons at Clash of the Champions on January 27, 1994. This setback, however, did not define his career. Hogue's imposing physique, fierce work ethic, and undeniable charisma continued to shine throughout his tenure with WCW, and his legacy lived on through his work in the independent wrestling circuit after his time with the promotion. Ice Train's larger-than-life persona and his contributions to the wrestling industry will always be remembered. While his career was marked by both triumphs and challenges, his impact on fans and fellow wrestlers is undeniable. Harold Fitzgerald Hogue may have passed, but his legacy remains alive in the hearts of those who witnessed his electrifying performances inside the ring. Sika Anoai, born Liati Sika Anoai on April 5, 1945, in American Samoa, was a pioneering figure in professional wrestling and a central member of the renowned Anoai wrestling family. Alongside his brother Afa, Sika formed the legendary tag team known as the Wild Samoans, leaving an indelible mark on the wrestling industry during the 1970s and 1980s. Their fierce in-ring style, combined with their distinctive, primal personas, captured the imagination of fans worldwide. Managed by the iconic Captain Lou Albano, the Wild Samoans became synonymous with dominance and ferocity, building a reputation that resonated across the global wrestling landscape. The duo's success in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, was nothing short of remarkable. Together, they claimed the WWF Tag Team Championships 3 times, securing their place in the annals of wrestling history as one of the most feared and successful tag teams of their era. Their undeniable chemistry and unique brand of storytelling made them a cornerstone of professional wrestling during their peak. Sika's influence on the sport extended beyond his own achievements. As a patriarch of the Anoai family, he helped cultivate a legacy of wrestling greatness that spans generations. His sons, WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi and current WWE superstar Roman Reigns, have carried the family name to even greater heights, with Roman Reigns becoming one of the most prominent and successful wrestlers of the modern era. In 2007, Sika and Afa were inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, cementing their enduring impact on the sport. Sika Anoai passed away at the age of 79, leaving behind a lasting legacy. His contributions to professional wrestling and his role as a father figure in the Anoai dynasty will forever be celebrated by fans and peers alike. Stan Stasiak, born on November 21, 1937, was a legendary Canadian professional wrestler whose impact on the industry remains influential. Known for his powerful persona and impressive in-ring abilities, Stasiak entered the world of wrestling in the 1950s and quickly garnered attention across various regional promotions throughout North America. His physical prowess, combined with his ability to connect with the audience, particularly as a villainous character, made him a fan favorite for evoking intense reactions from crowds. One of Stasiak's most significant milestones came in 1973 when he captured the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWF, championship by defeating the iconic Bruno Sammartino, one of the most revered champions in wrestling history. This victory not only solidified Stasiak's place in the wrestling world, but also marked him as one of the first to hold the prestigious title during a time of rapid transformation within the sport. Although his reign was brief, Stasiak's win was monumental, showcasing his strength, charisma, and skill. Throughout his career, Stasiak competed in several other major promotions, including the American Wrestling Association, AWA, and the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA. In these promotions, he faced off against some of the most celebrated names in wrestling, further cementing his status as a top-tier competitor. After retiring from active competition in the early 1980s, Stasiak shifted to roles behind the scenes, where he continued to contribute to the wrestling community in various capacities. Stan Stasiak passed away at the age of 59, but his legacy endures through his memorable rivalries, championship accomplishments, and lasting influence on professional wrestling. Fans and historians alike continue to celebrate his contributions to the sport. Mick Foley, at 58 years old, remains one of the most revered figures in the history of professional wrestling. Known for his resilience, creativity, and willingness to sacrifice his body in the name of entertainment, Foley's career has spanned multiple decades and wrestling promotions, including WWE, WCW, ECW, and TNA. His contributions to wrestling are unparalleled, and although he hasn't competed in the ring since 2012, his name still resonates deeply with fans across the world. Recently, Foley has been in the news regarding his health and weight loss journey. As the hardcore legend shared, he had been working towards losing a significant amount of weight with the hope of participating in one last death match, something that has sparked both excitement and concern among his fan base. However, Foley's health challenges, especially those related to concussions, have made him reconsider his plans. Early life and wrestling beginnings. Michael Francis Foley was born on June 7, 1965, in Bloomington, Indiana, but he grew up in East Setauket, New York. From a young age, Foley was fascinated with professional wrestling, particularly after witnessing Jimmy Snuka's legendary leap off a steel cage at Madison Square Garden. Inspired by the spectacle, Foley knew from that moment that wrestling was his calling. He attended Ward Melville High School, followed by the State University of New York at Cortland. During his college years, Foley pursued his wrestling dreams, training in independent circuits and adopting the persona of Cactus Jack. Foley's early wrestling journey was grueling, but his passion for the sport drove him forward, despite the low pay and the physical toll. Wrestling career, the man of many faces. What set Foley apart from many of his peers was his ability to bring multiple distinct characters to life, each of which became iconic in its own right. Foley mastered the art of storytelling through personas such as Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and Mankind. Cactus Jack. The hardcore icon, Cactus Jack, was Foley's most brutal and violent character, perfectly suited for the blood-soaked rings of ECW and Japan's deathmatch scene. His willingness to endure pain, often at unimaginable levels, earned him a fearsome reputation. Barbed wire, chairs, and flaming tables became his tools of destruction, and fans revered him as the embodiment of hardcore wrestling. Cactus Jack's legacy includes brutal matches in Japan, where Foley pushed the boundaries of violence in death matches that featured exploding barbed wire and other extreme elements. He was known for putting his body on the line in ways few others dared, solidifying his status as a hardcore wrestling legend. Dude Love, the free-spirited dreamer. On the opposite end of the spectrum was Dude Love, the fun-loving, peace sign-throwing character Foley dreamed up in his teenage years. This groovy persona reflected Foley's lighter side and served as a welcome contrast to the darkness of Cactus Jack. Dude Love allowed Foley to display his versatility, entertaining fans with humor and charisma while still competing at a high level. Dude Love even had memorable moments alongside Stone Cold Steve Austin, forming an unlikely and highly entertaining tag team in WWE. Mankind. The tormented soul, perhaps Foley's most iconic character, was Mankind, a dark, tormented soul who wore a mask and lived in the shadows. Initially introduced as a deranged, violent figure in WWE, Mankind was known for his unique psychological warfare and sadistic matches. His rivalries with The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels in the late 1990s elevated Mankind to legendary status. Mankind's character evolved over time, becoming more sympathetic as fans grew to love his vulnerability and heart. This shift led to some of the most iconic moments in wrestling history, including Foley's famous Hell in a Cell match against The Undertaker at King of the Ring, 1998. The Hell in a Cell match, defining Foley's legacy. On June 28, 1998, at the King of the Ring, Mick Foley, wrestling as Mankind, competed in one of the most legendary matches in WWE history against The Undertaker. The Hell in a Cell match became an iconic moment in wrestling, not only for its brutality, but also for Foley's resilience. During the match, The Undertaker threw Foley off the top of the 16-foot cell, sending him crashing through the announcer's table below. Incredibly, Foley continued the match despite the fall, enduring more punishment as the match went on. Foley's performance that night was a testament to his toughness and dedication. The match solidified his place among the toughest wrestlers of all time, and it remains a defining moment in both his career and WWE's history. Championship success and iconic feuds. Though Foley was known for his hardcore style, he also found success as a champion in WWE. He won the WWE Championship 3 times, with his first victory coming in January 1999. His unexpected title win was a pivotal moment in the Monday Night Wars between WWE and WCW, as it drew significant viewers to WWE's Monday Night Raw, ultimately tipping the ratings war in WWE's favor. Foley's rivalry with The Rock in 1999 is particularly memorable, with their brutal I Quit match at the Royal Rumble standing out for its intensity and physicality. Despite the hardships Foley endured, his underdog status and never-say-die attitude made him a beloved figure among fans. Health struggles and challenges. While Mick Foley's career brought him fame and adoration, it also came at a tremendous physical cost. His high-risk, hardcore style took a toll on his body, leaving him with countless injuries, including concussions, broken bones, and missing teeth. One of the most infamous moments in Foley's career occurred during a match in Germany in 1994, when he lost 2/3 of his ear after getting caught in the ring ropes during a bout with Big Van Vader. As the years went on, Foley struggled with chronic pain, mobility issues, and the long-term effects of his in-ring career. By 2000, his body was so battered that he was forced to retire from full-time competition. Although he continued to make sporadic appearances in WWE and other wrestling promotions, Foley's hardcore style meant that his days as a full-time wrestler were behind him. In recent years, Foley has also been dealing with concussion-related symptoms, something he recently shared with his fans. As some of you know, I had to miss a couple of weekends of appearances because of dizziness and lightheadedness, Foley revealed. After consulting a couple of doctors, and also using my own experience with concussions, the symptoms, they seem to point to a concussion that I did not even know I received. The combination of these health issues and his family's concerns led Foley to make a difficult decision, to call off his hopes of one final match. If I can get concussed from something I'm not even aware of, then some of the things that I was thinking of doing in a big match would not be smart, he said, citing his family's urging to prioritize his health. Post-wrestling career and contributions. Since retiring from full-time wrestling, Mick Foley has remained active in the wrestling industry and beyond. He is a prolific author, having written several best-selling memoirs, including Have a Nice Day, A Tale of Blood and Sweat Socks, which gave fans a candid look at his life in the ring. His writing career expanded to include novels, children's books, and further autobiographies. Foley's post-wrestling life has also been marked by his philanthropic efforts. He has been a vocal advocate for charitable causes, particularly for victims of sexual abuse and people with disabilities. His dedication to giving back to society has only added to his legacy, showing that his compassion extends well beyond the squared circle. Foley's connection to wrestling remains strong, with occasional appearances in WWE and a beloved stint as an authority figure. His 2013 induction into the WWE Hall of Fame was a fitting tribute to his career and contributions to the sport. Health updates and recent developments. In recent months, Foley has shared updates about his health, particularly regarding his struggles with concussions. After a period of dizziness and lightheadedness, he took time off to focus on his well-being. Fortunately, Foley shared a positive update with fans, explaining that his symptoms had started to improve. Hello everyone, this is Mick Foley with a concussion update. You might be able to tell by the tone of my voice. It's good news. Over the next 3 days, I really felt the fog lifting," Foley shared, reassuring fans that his recovery was progressing well. Though he may never compete in the ring again, Foley's commitment to his health and his family is evident. As he put it, "I've decided that I am no longer going to be taking on the deadly duo of Father Time and Mother Nature, because they commenced to kicking my butt, and it's not a rematch I'm looking to have." Conclusion. Mick Foley's legacy as one of wrestling's most beloved and respected figures is secure. From his early days as Cactus Jack to his unforgettable performances as Mankind and Dude Love, Foley has captivated audiences with his unmatched ability to endure pain and tell compelling stories in the ring. While his in-ring career may be over, his influence on wrestling and his connection to his fans will last forever. Foley's journey is one of resilience, passion, and dedication. Even as he navigates his health challenges, his positive spirit and commitment to his fans remain unwavering. His contributions to professional wrestling and his work outside the ring will continue to inspire generations to come.